Alright, F-O-K-K-E-R-S and F-O-K-K-E-T-T-E-S. I'm spelling it out because I'm posting this to a couple of little groups that I belong to that don't like my normal greeting, and I usually say it too fast so it gets misinterpreted. But I got it out there anyway, so you can't say I didn't at least make an effort to get it included. But you know, this Super Bowl 2014. Yeah, well, all right. Let's talk shit about them fuckers, because really, truthfully, football when I was growing up versus football today, man, I don't know what they done did. I think what they did is they must have went over to Europe, you know, where they use them, where they kick around them dodgeballs instead of we them black and white ones that, you know, if you was out of red ones in elementary school, you used them. Motherfucker dodged them, you know what I'm saying? But I think they must have that kind of football in their mind, you know. Actually, I think that kind of football is a little bit more badass these days because I've seen more blood there. You know what I'm saying? American football is an American thing. And as far as them folks from Coca-Cola putting up an ad in a foreign language, well, you know, that shit really ain't right. I mean, that Super Bowl, that's an American tradition on American soil for the American people, and granted the rest of the world can watch it, but, you know, we all speak English, motherfuckers. Get that shit right. But let's get on just the football, because, see, I kicked it on about halftime. I was hoping to see a show, and I couldn't really tell what was the show and what was the ads. I think the ads have become the show. I don't think that there's really a halftime show in there. I think they just do the ads, and that's supposed to be the show. I'm not really sure. Maybe there was a show in there and I just missed it because they, you know, they had all their advertising overlaying the, you know, the show, and I couldn't tell, you know. And I mean, these cheerleaders today versus them 1976 Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and the 1980 Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I like them Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders back then a lot better, you know, because I'm into them little tiny women, got them maybe a little bit perky or bouncy hoo-hoos, and you know, they flat on the back, not fat on the back. I mean, if I kick that shit on to watch them cheerleaders, I want to watch them hoo-hoos bouncing up and down. I don't want to see no big old butt up there bouncing up and down. What the hell is that? They don't make cheerleaders like they used to, I guess. And the game itself, you know, I quit watching years ago because they got so damn many rules to football now, they might as well be out there playing touch. In fact, I think with all the rules that they have on modern day football versus the football I grew up watching, yeah, I think touch would probably, you know, violate too many of their safety rules. You know, I'm from the school of, you know, football's supposed to be a game of war. I follow that train of thought. You know, motherfucker gets injured out there on the field, let the Red Cross come get his ass. Don't fucking delay the goddamn game a goddamn hour. What the hell is that shit? You supposed to be at war over that ball. You know, you suspended, and I know it didn't happen this year, but suspended for tackling somebody and snapped his arm. I thought that was part of the game. You're supposed to tackle them. You know, even if they don't got the ball, if they're trying to get that ball, you're supposed to be trying to stop them, right? That's what I grew up believing. I could be wrong. I could be a dumbass redneck that smoked too much weed in my life, but then again, I don't believe you can smoke too much weed. But, you know, they got rules on everything in football these days. I probably shouldn't get into that, but, I mean, basically, we're paying... Well, we ain't, but you know, these teams, the stadiums and shit, whatever, however the hell all that shit works, I ain't gonna dig into that, I don't care. But, I mean, Namath and Tarkenton, you know, I think they were lucky if they got $1 million a year, and these were, they were some pretty badass motherfuckers. I mean, they could take a hit. You know, they might not have been too good at knocking a motherfucker down. Okay, Namath was. But they could at least take a goddamn hit, you know, give a motherfucker a run for his money. Now they about to take a hit, they look like they're gonna cry or something. It's like, wait a minute. What the hell is that shit? You know, are they recruiting candy asses? I mean, you know, for $10 million, $15 million a year now, Tarkenton, Namath, you know, $1 million, $2 million a year, we was kind of half-ass getting, you know, the team owners' money's worth out of them. Whereas I kind of think that the American people are getting cheated. Well, okay, the team owners are getting cheated because at $10 or $15 million for these new kids, man, yeah, I don't think nobody's getting their money's worth out of them. Yeah, you know, maybe them rules is part of it, but I was one of them rednecks I was taught, well, they got this rule against that, but you can do that right there. And they ain't got nothing against that yet. Yeah, come up with some new shit. quit reusing the same old plays that you've been using for 40 years. Everybody's done figured them out. Engage that brain. Come up with some new stuff. Alright, I can't really pick on them too much because I ain't had no weed this morning. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, but there's my 2 cents worth. I hope at least part of it made somebody laugh. We'll holler at y'all fuckers and fuckheads later.